Welcome to this episode of Landed Fishing TV. Today we're down here in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana, in Shell Beach. We're headed down to fish with Captain Zack of Bayou Boy Charters. So last time we were down here in April, we did a show in Delacroix when I was down here guiding, and it was raining for about 4 or 5 days, and a front pushed through, and then a high pressure set in and got the fishing a little tougher. Well, this time we got a stalled out system off into the Gulf that's pumping a bunch of moisture up into here, and the last 2 days it's rained, and cats and dogs, tornadoes 20 miles away from here. Some really rough weather. Today it looks like the rain is going to hold off a little bit. It was calling for 70-80%, but now it's a little lower. But it looks like the winds are going to blow 30. So we're going to see what we can do. On top of that, I put the batteries on the charger for the trolling motor last night, and come to find out the plug that I plugged into was a dead plug. So a tip for y'all, always, and I know better than this, is plug your trolling motor battery in, go look at your charger, make sure it's lit up. That was a very stupid mistake on my part. The 30-mile-an-hour winds, I knew that was going to be critical to have that today. So we're going to have to improvise and make the best we can and use some tips and stuff that I've done before when we've had trolling motor problems. But we wanted to sight fish some redfish. And in a 30-mile-an-hour wind, you need every bit of trolling motor battery you can get. And it was about halfway drained down yesterday when I was using it. So we'll make it work, because that's fishing. You know, it's not always gonna be perfect conditions. It's not always gonna be, you know, everything's right. You know, trolling motor batteries have problems, things happen. You know, they just gotta make the best of it. So that was not a smart move to start the morning. Then on top of that, I'm looking right now coming down the road, and the water's almost up to the road. This is an east wind, and Delacroix and Hopedale and Shell Beach all face east and west of the Gulf. They're in the Cove of Louisiana, and the east wind's been pumping 30. So this is day 3 of 20+ mile-an-hour winds. It is getting sky high. So it's gonna allow us to get back in the ponds. We'll be able to go pretty deep on these redfish. And if that doesn't play out, we'll go fish some 15, 18 feet of water and, you know, jig for some speckled trout and stuff and see what we can't do there, and see what kind of techniques we can't get them to bite on there. We'll see what we can bring you audio-wise today with this high winds. If we can't, we'll go back to Captain Zack's dock and get you a little rundown of it after you see some video footage of what we're doing today. Thank God I got the C-Pro 248, because the old boats I used to run, the boats these guys run down here, we would be getting wet in these channels today. So this C-Pro has got a huge flare on it. It's a big body boat. It's Captain Zack's first time. He's really excited to see this boat. It's kind of been able to do everything I wanted to do, but there will be some changes next year with some new stuff C-Pro's putting out, so we're gonna hopefully get our hands on one. So stay tuned, subscribe to Landed Fishing TV, and let's see what we can do.
Hey, how you doing? Louisiana Redfish. I gave you a number. That's a pretty freaking fish.
Gold spoon for the trick today, huh, dog?
He got struck. Algae on that.
Alright guys, we made it back to the dock. Fishing was, how was it, Zach? You think it was good?
Good, better than normal.
Better than it's been lately. We tried a new area and had some salt in it. It was really good fishing. The thing I told you all this morning about not having a trolling motor, really didn't pay. It really didn't matter today. It really didn't. I mean, the wind was blowing so hard that you couldn't get the boat adjusted with the big motor, so we would adjust and then set our power poles and basically fan cast that, and then we grab another one and keep doing it. And every one we caught 1 or 2 at. Some we had 3 or 4 bites. We had a little kind of funny bite, huh?
Yeah, it was almost like a slow wintertime, just a thump thump.
What you think's causing that? What do you think's behind
the
the
water temperature.
You think it's water
I
temperature?
think it's water temperature. Fish
Yeah.
are a little lethargic, slower,
Yeah.
not as aggressive.
I think it's got a little to do with that. I also think it's got a little bit to do with the storms, the high pressure, low pressure changing. There's storms all around us all day, and those fish they're just funny. They were funny, but they were eating, so that's all we needed them to do today. Pretty fish, huh?
They're very pretty fish.
Yeah, they were, y'all, and as y'all seen in the video, these fish are really orange. What's your theory behind the orange fish?
I think it's them living in the dirty backwater.
Mhm.
I think it has something to do with them and the estuaries and
In the dirty or the clean?
living in the dirty water. I think the dirty brown water
Brings out the color?
brings out the color and stains them. And then today we just looked at and had beautiful water. Fishing with gold spoons.
Yeah, those fish were orange. They were cool to see us come up, and I mean, we went out there kind of like, hey, let's see what we can do, and do what we don't. It's what it is, you know. But it was good fishing. That was good fishing. I haven't done it in a while. I enjoyed that. Water's getting sky high, guys. We got an east wind down here, and it's about to come over the dock. We got about another hour to us to start coming over the dock. Me and you will both be guiding this weekend. I want to show them what we used today. You had yours right here. This is what we threw today, guys. We threw. You threw the. This is the other rod. He threw the Osprey Carbon Edition 3000 with a 7-foot medium rod, and I threw a medium heavy rod 7'6" with the 4000 Osprey saltwater edition. And then both of us threw gold spoons, just a plain gold spoon, 3/8 ounce gold spoon, and with a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, and tied the double uni knot to the 20-pound braid. I tried to throw an inline spinnerbait. I didn't have any luck. I had one fish get head out of water and chase it, and then I watched Zack catch 4 fish. And after that, I tied a gold spoon, and the next, 2 casts later, I hooked a fish. So they were definitely triggered off of this gold spoon. It is a very good go-to bait, right? I mean, this is kind of a...
Southeast Louisiana special.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to power fish water like what we were doing today, and you're not going to actually see them, the water's so high you can't see them, the best thing to do is to throw a spoon on or a spinnerbait, which I didn't throw, I wanted to, we had a lot of grass, and see what we can do with it, you know, and usually it'll tell you whether the fish are there or not. How long have you been guiding down here, Zach?
This will be my 3rd year down here.
Gotcha. Zach works with one of my companies, Louisiana Fishing Charter, but he also has his own guide service, Bayou Boys Charters. And what is the web address for Bayou Charters?
The Bayou Boys Charters, www.bayouboyscharters.com.
So it's BayouBoyCharters.com, and then he's also on Facebook and Instagram. He posts a bunch of stuff too. We'll share all the links below and all that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and call him to book any trips y'all want to book. He fishes with us, but call him directly. He'll put you on the fish. He did some offshore guiding too. He did some offshore guiding out of Venice for a
Out
while.
of Venice and then moved up here. Grew up fishing down here, so.
Got an awesome place, and he's got his own dock and everything over the Delacroix side, and then he's got his camps over here in the Shell Beach side, which is basically the same water. It's just a little less dry for us by boat today. Anything else you want to talk about the trip?
It's something that we never get to do.
Yeah, we don't get to do it much. We really don't. You got to have 2 people or less to do this kind of stuff. We do a lot of 3 or 4 person charters
A lot of
out of
popping
here.
course, a lot of
Yep.
live shrimp and all, but it was something different. It was interesting.
Yeah, a little different from guiding. So what do you think the forecast for the summer is going to be down here for 2021?
I think this summer is looking very productive. I got a lot of high expectations. I think they will be met. As long as it don't open the Bonnie Terry Spillway, I think we'll be okay.
Okay. What Zach's talking about down here in Southeast Louisiana, we have the Mississippi River, which is kind of feeds this whole estuary, and they have a spillway when the river gets too high. They open up and it feeds through this area, pumps all that fresh water through here and dirty water, and kind of messes up the fishery a little bit. The river has a state. Do you know what the river's at? 16. And I don't think it'll be down here. I don't think the river will be down here as far as like we got the range. In the middle of the country and the the upper part of the country really didn't get the rain, we've been getting hammered down here. I mean, it's been non-stop, so which is good for us. I mean, it goes right out to the Gulf. It's already here. So let's cross our fingers on that. We're kind of past that already, I think. I really think that we just got to hope it comes down a little bit, right?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just gotta hope that we don't have as much of an eventful hurricane season as last year.
Yeah, last year we had a lot of high water. We're starting this season with some high water out the gate too. So, well, I enjoyed it, and please subscribe to the channel. Please follow and subscribe to the channel. We'll give you more and more stuff down below of what we use, the exact stuff. All the links will be down below, and I'll have Zack's link in there for Bayou Boy Charters. If you have not fished redfish in Louisiana, it's something that you have to put on your bucket list. There's 2 species I would come to Louisiana to fish if I wasn't from here: redfish and yellowfin tuna. You know, those, if you're going offshore, you have to yellowfin tuna fish here. If you're going inshore, you have to redfish here. I mean, it is amazing fishing redfish that are comfortable. I mean, there's a couple of them we almost hit with the trolling motor today.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
weren't scared of
comfortable.
it.
They're not scared. They're not finicky. They're in numbers. They're aggressive, and you know,
This fish, and they came back and ate it.
we fished in a 35-mile-an-hour wind and still caught a bunch of fish, a ton of fish.
Yeah.
We stopped catching them. I mean, I told you my phone was burning after one of them. So, yeah, y'all definitely come down, subscribe to the channel, and check out what Zack's doing with Bayou Boy Charters, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.